This car crash destroyed my health. It took my home, my business that I'd worked over 20 years to build, and left me with nothing but a broken body, broken mind, and no money left. But that was a turning point that changed everything. After losing everything, there's only one way to go, and that's back up again. And through this horrific experience, I grew so much, and it taught me so much about myself and enabled me to get to a point now where I'm fully recovered to a better state than I was before the crash. And now I own a hotel and I'm not homeless anymore. And this was the driving force behind the development of the BPM Lifestyle, which I teach now. So what happened? I owned an electronics company. I was designing festivals and nightclubs and corporate events and things like that. And I was on my way to Poland to do a demonstration for a nightclub in Krakow. And I was driving over there with all my equipment in the car. And I got to Weimar, Germany, and everything ended. I just remember there was just this huge bang. The airbag exploded in my face. I bounced like a pinball between the two barriers on the motorway. The car was spinning around. Lucky I didn't roll over. But eventually the car came to a stop in the fast lane at midnight with no lights anywhere. So I knew if I stayed in the car, I would die 100% because people drive 200 miles an hour on the Autobahn in Germany. So no, they wouldn't be able to see me until it was too late. So I managed to get out the car. I didn't care about any injuries. I couldn't feel anything at that time. The adrenaline was just pumping so hard. And then I managed to find my high-vis jacket, the little red triangle, put that in the road. And I also had a little flashlight, which I put in the road as well. These were the only lights I had. And thankfully, it was enough that people could see the car and not hit me. So I waited in the central reservation with cars going by hundreds of miles an hour, missing my car by centimeters. Luckily, all of the truck drivers, they stopped and they pulled over along the hard shoulder and they all put their hazard lights on all the way down the road for over a mile. And it meant that people could see that there was a problem, and they luckily didn't hit my car. Eventually the ambulance arrived and the police arrived. It was at that point that the pain really kicked in and I was like, oh fuck, I really need to go to hospital. So the ambulance got me to hospital. Very difficult to communicate because there are not very many people who spoke any English, and I don't speak any German at all. First question was, where's your credit card? I had to give him my credit card. So I gave him my American Express Platinum card, which was my travel insurance. And thank God they paid everything. But I was in bed in the hospital for 7 days, unable to move. I had a neck brace, and they did MRIs and brain scans and x-rays and also as well tests on me, and they found that I had damage to vertebrae in my neck, my C5, C6 vertebrae, and that caused extreme pain. I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. Even going to the toilet was hard. I couldn't see for the entire time I was in hospital because I was wearing glasses when I crashed, and the airbag smashed the glasses off me and broke them. So I was blind. I did manage to have my phone, but I didn't have my charger. So I managed to call my sister and say, I've had a car crash, but I'm alive. And that was all I could say. Eventually, I managed to get my mom to fly over to Germany and rescue me. So I was wheeled home in a wheelchair with all my stuff, with 11 suitcases. And I got home and I was fucked. I couldn't move. I was basically in bed for 3 months, unable to do anything. I could go to the toilet and that was about it. People could bring me food. You can't run a company like that. I was a CEO. I was supposed to be building things. I was supposed to be dealing with clients and going to meetings and all this stuff I couldn't do anymore. And so very quickly, my income dropped to 90% less than I was making before. And I was already pretty, tight for budgets. So losing 90% of my income was devastating. I couldn't pay the mortgage. So eventually they got a repossession order on the house. I sold the house just before they were about to repossess it. So I got a little bit of money, which propped up the business for a few more months. But it was unsustainable. The credit card debts had built up, the rent arrears had built up, and it was just impossible to continue. And then my landlord decided that he was going to triple my rent from £1,500 a month to £4,500 a month. And it was at that point where I was like, there's no way that I can continue anymore. So I ended up homeless and lost my business. And in a ridiculous amount of pain. And at that point, what do? Nothing left. So I took what I could from my house and my factory, and I sold what I could at boot sales and online on eBay and stuff. And I tried to scrape together as much money as I could. I managed to get £1,000. That was it. Just £1,000 was all I had left. I got in my car, which was on finance, so I was limited in how long I could keep the car. But I managed to get to Spain. I drove down to Barcelona to start a new life, and then I had to take the car back to England to pay back the car loan. So I was basically alone in Spain, in pain, no money, no job, no business. Where'd you go from there? Well, you've got one choice. You either give up or you fight. And I decided to fight. Started to learn more about biochemistry, biomechanics, how to heal the body, how to heal the mind, how to build something again from nothing. And gradually over time, I managed to heal my body. It took me about 6 months of really concentrated effort. It worked. And I was now at a point where I was the healthiest I'd ever been, even before the crash. Because of my chronic pain I had since I was 10 years old was gone. I healed what doctors couldn't heal for 25 years. I healed from the car crash. I healed from the mental trauma of losing absolutely everything I'd ever worked for, over $1 million. I rebuilt everything from scratch. And I did that with the BPM Lifestyle system. And that's why I teach it now, because I don't want anyone else to be suffering unnecessarily. There are things that you can do no matter what situation that you are in to improve your health for free. The BPM Lifestyle is 21 principles that don't cost any money. They're all things that you can do anywhere in the world. Any human can do them. And if you do them, then you will put your body into a better state where it can heal itself. It may not heal everything, but it healed everything in me. That to me was a miracle, because doctors said there was no cure. Well, they were wrong. I mean, at first I started living a barefoot lifestyle because I was on the beach. Then I started plant-based diet. Then I started introducing more movement and massages and mobility training. Gradually, over time, my body healed itself. And within 6 months, I was back to being healthier than I'd ever been in my life. My business was slowly, very slowly repairing, and I was starting to get a little bit more money. And then eventually I moved to the Czech Republic. The crash took everything, but it gave me a new beginning. And sometimes the universe does that. Sometimes it has to take something away to give you something new. And this house that I have now, this amazing hotel, I wouldn't have this house without that crash. So when you look back on these fuck it moments where everything just falls apart, sometimes it's a catalyst to rebuild. And my mission in life is to help other people who are in similar or worse situations, to give them hope that things can get better. You can rebuild. So why don't you come and try the BPM Lifestyle? All the 21 principles cost almost nothing. They're just daily practices that anyone can do anywhere in the world. And you will put your body into a state where it can optimize its biochemistry. And through that, you can generate the life of your dreams. But you have to take action to change your current situation. If you're not willing to do free lifestyle changes that can absolutely transform your life, then you have no business complaining that your life is shit. These don't cost you any money and they're available to everyone. So why not try? Come and click on the link in the description below. Download the free BPM Lifestyle Guide, and it will give you an introduction to the 21 principles, and it will tell you exactly what to do for free to transform your life. And all you have to do is do it. If you need additional help, you can join my course, and I'll teach everything in as much detail as I possibly can to make sure that no one is left behind. But the course isn't free because it takes up a huge amount of my time to build. So there is a small donation required to join the course. And if you want personalized guidance and strategy to dig you out from a situation that's not benefiting you, then you can join my coaching program, where I will teach you personally everything that's in the BPM Lifestyle system and whatever else you need in order to improve the quality of your life. So give it a try. It's free. Just download the free guide, try it out for 6 months and see what happens. You don't know unless you try. And if you're just going to make up excuses as to why you can't try, then you are never going to go anywhere in life. You have to use your mind to think of strategies to improve your life, not think of excuses why you can't. So I invite you to come and join. Join a new revolution, a health revolution, a mental revolution, a physical revolution. Rebuild your biochemistry from the ground up. Rebuild your mind. Use that to manipulate your environment to make it better for you and everyone around you. Rather than spreading hate and fear and violence everywhere, we can spread love and compassion and kindness and help other people who are needing help so badly but feel so lost and hopeless. I felt so lost and hopeless. There was no one to help me. I had to find out how to help myself. And I don't want anyone else to be in that position, which is why I built the BPM Lifestyle system when it's available for free to help anyone who needs it to at least make some positive changes in your life. So give it a try, download the free guide, come and join the course, and maybe you can build your dream life as well. But only you can build it. So let's go, build our dreams together.